So finally, I am in Kayankulam. Traveled from Mysore yesterday. It was almost like I started at around 5 a.m. Woke up at 3 a.m. and got ready. 5 a.m. Exactly, I left Mysore, and I reached home at around 8 p.m. The traffic was not regular; it was less compared to the other days when I used to come early. Not much of rain also, so travel was really good. No issues. Now you need to watch this video from the beginning till the end. You will see different things, how I experienced, and how was the checking, and I have few things to say. I will tell that towards the end of this video. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm traveling to Kerala after a long time. After this, all these new rules came. This is the first trip, and I have got the pass, as I showed you in the previous video. I've got the pass, prepared everything, packed up everything. I have to be in Kerala for 14 days doing the quarantine, so I'm quite prepared. Got some books. I'll try to make some videos, and clothes, everything. Even for the trip, I have packed some food. It's not good to get into the restaurant because I'm going for a quarantine, and so I should try to avoid all the possible contacts. Directly get into the place where I'm going to quarantine. That's what my target is. So I will not be getting down for any food, coffee, everything I have prepared, and only problem would be loo breaks. Anyway, I'll manage that. I have to maybe I'll find some safe places. So I've done all the packings. Now I'll have a shower and start off. So guys, I've reached Gundlupet. From here I'll turn right towards Muthanya. It's 6 a.m. so the Bandipur gates will be open now. I started at 5 a.m. Roads were very clear, no checking in between, everything open. As of now, there's no problem, everything is fine. ಮೈಸೂರಿಂದ ಕೇರಳ ಹೋಗಿತ್ತು. ಪಾಸ್ ಉಂಟಾ? ಹಾಂ, ಪಾಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಪಾಸ್ there's a change here. They are coming, noting down the number, and asked if I have pass. So guys, I have reached the check post. Let me check whether this is the place, because Muthanya is another 6 kilometer. Let me check. So guys, this is actually the Karnataka post. They just check the pass and get some details like your phone number, from where you're coming, where you're going, and how many people are there. Not in details, nothing checked in details. This is still in Karnataka. Muthanya is another 6 kilometers from here. So just after that, this is the check post. They're checking here. This is from the police department, I think. So as soon as you enter Kerala, there is a checkup. Just after the Karnataka exit, they ask for your identity as well as the pass, and they ask some details, whether you're where are you going and from where you're coming. That's it. And they told that by at Kallur there's a medical checkup, and what's this here, man? At Kallur there's a medical checkup, and I don't know what will be the medical checkup. Hopefully they don't take swabs. I think this is the place where the medical checkup would be done. All the vehicles are stopped here, including the lorries and other personal vehicles, buses. They told that it will start only by 8 o'clock. So I think till 8 we will have to wait here. Make sure that you are carrying sufficient masks, because masks are really very important. Hand sanitizers and masks, very important.
ഒരാൾ കിഷോർ കിഷോർ അശോകൻ മൈസൂരിൽ നിന്ന് കായംകുളത്തേക്ക്.
മൈസൂരായിരുന്നോ?
ആ മൈസൂരായിരുന്നു, 3 മാസം കൊണ്ട് ഇവിടെ ആയിരുന്നു.
പെർമിറ്റ് നമ്പർ പറയാം, ലെഫ്റ്റ് സൈഡ് മുകളിൽ
455
നമ്പർ
900.
4 കിലോമീറ്റർ അപ്പുറം കോവിഡ് സെൻ്റർ.
ആ
അവിടെ റിപ്പോർട്ട് ചെയ്യണം.
ഓക്കെ, നേരെ പോയാൽ മതി അല്ലേ? കായംകുളം മൈസൂരിൽ നിന്ന് വരിക കായംകുളത്തേക്ക്, മൈസൂർ ടു കായംകുളം. കിഷോർ അശോകൻ, കിഷോർ അശോകൻ 900.
So guys, it took around 1 hour. I got the pass. No test to be done. I have to now give a call to the health inspector and inform that I've got the check post clearance. They have evaluated and I have to now directly travel to the place where I'm going to quarantine. Things were okay. I was in the first batch, so I could get in very fast. Now I see the queue is very big. There were some problems with the internet, so they were not able to do it for some. I think I would have come out at least 25 minutes earlier if that problem was not there. Otherwise, people are really cooperative. There are some facilities for toilet, but not really good. Cannot blame. These are, I think, temporary facilities made, done in a good way. People are really cooperative, and I want to tell one thing. Maybe by the end of this video I'll tell you, it's very important. I feel that after I come here, should you travel or not, I will tell you what I felt, what I really felt after going through this entire process. Okay, I'll tell you one more thing. If you are traveling from a red zone, many people from Bangalore were told to do the test, COVID test. For me, they didn't tell me to do. They were not asking too much of questions also, because Mysore the cases are very less, so they are not stressing much on that. Other many people were told to wait and their swab would be taken. I think it's a great experience anyway. So don't quit now. I'm continuing this video till I reach home, and I'll give you my final opinion once I reach home, because there are lots of other things I have to face till I reach my final destination. This is the pass which they give for the exit from here. Make sure that you know your telephone number, your address, taluk, jilla, ward, all those information. Things could have been easier, because I see that duplication of work is huge, because we have gone to 3 counters where we are providing the same information. I think that could have been avoided. Maybe, I don't know if there would be some technical reason. If it is really necessary, then you travel. Otherwise, it's not good to travel. 2 reasons. First thing is, our healthcare system and the people working behind this are really overloaded. If one person is not traveling, then it's a relief for them, even one person. So if you are traveling for something really urgent, you travel. Otherwise, don't travel. That's what my advice is. The second thing is, you're putting yourself in a risk, because see, all the precautions, all the things are done by the healthcare facility. I have no complaints against them. I have no complaints against all these government officials. I appreciate them. I salute them. They are doing a great job. But people stuck here and there are frustrated. They just want to reach home. There are many people who are stuck. Let them travel. If you don't need to travel for something urgent, please don't travel, because you are going to put yourself at risk. Because at the screening center, there is a crowd. They are controlling the crowd. They are telling people to maintain social distancing. They are not allowing people to come out of the vehicle unless a group of people are cleared. But still there are chances. There are chances, because the people coming there are from many high risk places like red zones. So chances of getting infected are there. Even 50% or 10% or 20% are there. It's better to stay safe at home if it is not urgent to travel. That's what I would suggest. Then the other thing some people asked is they just want to come and drop somebody and go back. So I've seen that thing happening. What's happening is people travel from Karnataka, they drop them at the border or the COVID center, and they return. They don't enter Kerala. They don't take the pass for that vehicle. Instead, there would be a vehicle waiting for them at the border or the COVID center area, and they go in that vehicle. So the person traveling from Karnataka doesn't need to go for a quarantine. So there is one option like that. Yeah, 14 days quarantine is mandatory. As soon as I arrived, I gave a call to the health inspector, and she advised me a few things. I have to do that, and today again morning she'll be calling me. I think she'll be calling me almost every day to check my health status. And I am staying in this house. Nobody is there, all alone, cooking most of the food. And yeah, I have to take care of all the housekeeping, everything. That's okay. It's very important because my mother is staying at the next house nearby. So I should make sure that she is very safe. Nobody else should be infected because of me if I am positive. And I don't think, because I have come from a green zone. One more very important thing, people coming from red zone will have to give sample, the nasal swab and the throat swab, and they will be tested. For me, they didn't do any test because I didn't have any symptoms, and I am coming from a green zone. So please don't travel if it's not very urgent. If it is really urgent, you have to travel. But I would advise that we should help the system, don't overload the system, and help in fighting this really, really, really tough situation. Actually, you will understand these things when you come out, to be very frank, when you see people struggling and the kind of work they are doing. The team working there are really very, very helpful. They were so politely dealing with people, and I feel that the team at the people who I saw at the Mutanga checkpost, they are doing a great job. Even the police, everybody. I didn't have any person talking to me arrogantly or talking to me. I didn't feel bad I'm really happy about the kind of service they are giving. If you have any questions, please post in the comment. I'll be trying to answer those things if I know that. That's all for now. Bye. Take care. So it's like 14 days of quarantine in this house. I'll try to post some updates.